Guess I better take the safety off on this thing. Oh, God. I have got to find my family's dagger. This thing is so loud, they can probably hear it coming already. Go! Did you seriously hear that dagger?
Where is she, Simon?
Where's who now?
Where did he take her? Where did he take Kristy?
Belle? Did you seriously come looking for your death? Like this?
Answer the question, Simon.
Where did who take Kristy? Is that moron seriously still alive?
Answer the question, human!
Oh, using human condescendingly. That's so scary. Look, I don't know who took her where, mostly because I just do not give a shit.
You know where he took her. You're a hunter like him.
Like who? Look, we don't just take dumbass Buffy fangirls, okay? We just don't.
Where did you take my best friend?
When did vampires get cheat codes?
You're all vampire hunters. You have to know where he took her. Where is she?
You're all vampire hunters. What are you talking about? There are literally tens of thousands of vampires.
Stop lying to me!
Do you want to see our membership list? Because we seriously... Oh! Damn it, you got really good at this really quick, didn't you?
My mom said that he took her. He kidnapped her. Where did he take her? Tell me now.
You're still not telling me who you're talking about, and why would anyone take her? She was awful!
She was not! She was my best friend. My only friend.
Well, she might not be anyone's friend now, if you get my drift.
You take that back!
Take this instead, dumbass. I cannot believe that worked again. You know, I am getting really tired of getting my ass whooped by emo vampire fangirls. So we're doing this now, dead girl. One chance. Who took Kristy? The right answer could save your own life.
The first hunter, he took her.
The first hunter took her? Did you turn her?
No, I wanted to. I promised her I wouldn't turn her against her will. I wanted to make her strong like me.
The first hunter took a human. A human.
You really don't have any idea where he took her, do you?
Why would I know what something called the Demon of Heaven was ever doing? You were in that forest. You watched him whoop my ass. Wait. You watched him whoop our ass. You were in that forest. Why aren't you dead? Why aren't you dead? You're a vampire. You're the daughter of Dracula type vampire. You're prime re-killing material.
He wanted to send my mom a message.
What's this my mom crap? What's your mom have to do with anything?
The first hunter, he didn't kill me to send my mom a message.
What the? That doesn't make any sense. What message could be more powerful than turning you into a pile of sad ashes? What the? Seriously? Is this punchline diluted or something? Just finish it, you unholy...
Why didn't you kill me?
Why do you give a shit?
When we first met, you didn't kill me. When we were in the forest a few months ago with the first hunter, you pushed me aside. Why?
Are you
Why?
Because some monsters are worse than others, okay? You might be the daughter of Dracula, Belle, but right now, you are not the worst monster. You just aren't. Shit! Well, looks like I'm taking a turd to a bazooka fight.
For nearly 500 years, I've been pacing inside a marble and iron crypt so far below the ground I had forgotten about the light of this world.
Now that you've seen it, my lord?
I find the light just as hopeless and cold as always.
How are you doing with all the new information you've gleaned about modernity?
Taking the knowledge of those vampires was the only thing they had ever done of value with their own life.
I must admit, this is not the kind of plan I was expecting from you. After everything was said about you and your history, everything I've been taught, I was expecting to be waging war in the streets.
No. I understand how this world has changed, and warfare has changed with it. I cannot battle them directly, their numbers are too great. I must instead strike at the heart that beats for all of them, so I may finally return home. Forever.
Is it true?
To what do you speak, child?
Is your home heaven?
That's the only thing that place can be, Sydney. And only the worthy go there. I have judged the two of you worthy of going back with me should we succeed. So tell me, did I make the right choice? Do you both want to see them again?
We will succeed.
We have to.
Then let us begin. I will finally destroy the Dracula.
And I will finally go home.
Oh, yes!
Honestly, everything's going better than planned. Well, except for your situation. I've lost 3 extraction teams to Sam and Axe, and the latest team reported that he has 2 new apprentices. Just stay low, I'll get you out of there. Seriously? You need to shave those fangs.
Simon doesn't know where Kristy is. You were wrong.
Polidori? Do you know where he is?
He smells like my favorite kind of cookie, and he's the only one who ever has. He's kind of hard to miss. He doesn't know anything about Kristy.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sedina.
So, who do I look for now? Who else would know where the first hunter is?
What, are you trying to get yourself killed?
I'm looking to save Kristy.
Same thing.
Tell me where to look. Tell me where to look right now.
You would bare your fangs to me? To me? You've been a vampire for what, all of 5 whole minutes? And you would bare your fangs to the second vampire so easily.
I am the princess of the vampires. My mother is
Your mother? Your lord! You will refer to the Dracula as your lord. You will respect what has been built before you, or I will bury you before it. I don't need my fangs to tear out a throat as soft as yours. If Polidori doesn't know anything, then the elite hunters he's with will. Go ahead, show your big girl fangs to them and see if they give a shit, because I do not.
She reminds me of what I miss about the Dracula. If all works as planned,
What did you
my
just
lord
say?
will return to her true glory.
I said nothing. Just keep storming off. The adult vampires have things to do.
That's not what you said. You just said something about missing the Dracula.
You've lost your mind, haven't you?
I am not crazy. You just said something about missing the Dracula or something in her glory.
Well, if you did hear it, it must have been from the other Vincent. You know, the scores of imaginary friends you invented just to get through your lonely, pathetic childhood.
Don't talk to me like that.
I will talk to you as I please. I will not be challenged by some little girl who wanted to be a vampire to some asinine sexual fantasy world she created. This is the real life, and you will adjust to it quickly or I will adjust it for you.
I'd like to see you try.
Ah! You need to get the hell out of here. before I turn your spine into paste with the torrent of punches. Thus endeth the lesson.
That was an intense exchange, Vincent.
How long have you been doing this, Erica? How long has it been?
Gosh, has it really been nearly 800 years?
Exactly. It's been almost 800 years, and where are we? We have a Belmont, the first hunter, and Dracula's child, practically where we first began. Dracula would rather be a doting mother when we need her as the first vampire to defend us against our enemies.
This is the first child who has survived long enough to be turned since the traitor Alucard. This is a time to rejoice, Vincent.
Rejoice for what? That snotty brat who has to go after her fleshbag friend all the time?
That brat is his arena to the vampires.
Erica, when you're ready to stop being the master sycophant, we can continue this conversation.
You may talk down to this arena like that, but I will not tolerate it.
You don't have to tolerate it, you can just accept it. Fourth,
I was made administrator to the Dark Lord for a reason, Vincent.
Erica, my dear little Erica, keep talking like that. And maybe, just maybe...
You wouldn't dare.
You wouldn't last. Get up. I'm gonna show you why they call me the Educator. You learned your skills as an art form in quiet temples. I learned mine in war.
Playtime is over, children.
My liege.
Where is my daughter?
The Serena continues to look for her pathetic little friend.
Where is she searching?
Everywhere but where she wants to go, as ordered, my lord.
Very good. Erica, have we arranged the meeting place?
Yes, my lord. I apologize for my lack of professionalism just now.
You call that professionalism?
Under the circumstances, we're all a little wound up right now. I've kept you both penned in, and that's my fault. Once we meet with the Belmont, and he's truly come to his senses, you'll both have plenty to vent your frustrations upon. Warm sugar cookies. Kristy's been here.
That she has, my dear.
You're... Dennis?
In the flesh? Well, back in the flesh, I suppose.
The first hunter, what did he do to you?
He made me see the error of my ways, then corrected them for me.
Your body temperature, it's slightly above normal. And I don't feel the connection with you that I feel with the other vampires anymore. And you smell like a ginger snap? Your heart is beating.
Yes. Yes, it is. I feel much better now, I'll tell you that. I miss the old ticker.
Well, if you want to keep it still ticking, tell me where Kristy is, bloodbag.
I'm sorry, who?
You know who. The first hunter took her.
I know all of our anointments, Miss Saint, and I'm afraid there is no Kristy among them.
Anointments? What are those?
Where are my manners? I should have introduced myself properly. I am Dennis Hunter, a knight in the order of the first hunter.
How did you become a knight?
We vampires accept conversion, as we all should. The best of us become knights of the order.
So where's your armor and stuff?
Those are highly impractical, my dear. We need more maneuverability to deal with the unholy, blood-sucking mongrel whores and bastards that vampires are. No offense.
No offense. You just called me an unholy, blood-sucking mongrel whore.
That wasn't an insult. That was a statement of fact. Hey, relax. I'm here because you have a prime opportunity to change that for yourself. You can stop being a vampire and become something greater.
What's greater than being a vampire?
Look at your experience with being one. What isn't greater at this point?
I am the daughter of Dracula.
And what has that gotten you, exactly? You were considered so pathetic that a loser vampire hunter didn't even want to kill you. You got the shit beat out of you by the first hunter. You almost killed your best friend in a rage when your fangs came out. Then you glamored her brain into mush to take her directly into the home of the Dracula. As a human being, no less.
Happened.
Yes, it did. And while you were inside the first hunter's mind, which he was quite frankly impressed beyond words you were able to do of your own will, you awoke to find your own mother and her lieutenants telling you complete bullshit about your friend, which you lost, apparently?
They told me that the first hunter took her. My mom said it. Why would she lie?
Was Kristy a vampire? Did you get her to turn?
No, she didn't want to, so I wouldn't. I wanted to. I really did. I wanted to make us be best friends forever, literally. But I didn't.
So she was human. Well, I'm sure she's a wonderful lady. The holy bulldozer doesn't give a shit about converting soft mortal flesh baggies. He tried to take on the Dracula with 3 human armies, and they all got slaughtered. So the Shining Lord of Darkness is done with that.
The Shining Lord of Darkness?
Do you prefer the Heavenly Annihilator? I generally do.
You have to be lying.
About the Heavenly Annihilator? Why would I lie about that? That's a sweet nickname.
About Kristy! My mom told me he took her. Why would she lie?
Again? The doom of the vampires already told you what happened to her last child, and she actually gave birth to him. Come on, you have to admit that's pretty messed up. You were in his mind, though. He was already fatigued from trying to breach the mind of his sister, the Dracula, mind you, after being locked in a crypt suffering centuries of atrophy. Was he lying?
No, I don't think so, but where's Kristy?
Ask your mother, dear.
So do you guys just seriously walk around with swords out like that all the time?
This coming from a man whose ancestors had mullets, bare legs, fur boots, and a whip?
History burn. Where's your whip anyway?
Don't ask me about that. And for the record, it was a Prince Valiant, not a mullet. Damn it.
Where the hell's Polidori? Is he coming or not?
I prefer the kid not even show up. This is way above his pay grade. For that matter, you two should get lost too. You're from the hunting party. Aren't you supposed to hate me?
I already do. But you said you were going to do something really stupid, and I want to see it, loser.
Contrary to popular belief, and Jacqueline, we don't all hate the hunting party. The front office still refuses to tell anyone outside their inner circle exactly why we're supposed to hate the Belmonts. So until they do, I go by what I know personally.
You're about to find out.
Well, that's exactly what I want to hear in a remote park during a mysterious meeting. Excellent. have you been?
Looking for my family's ancestral dagger.
And?
Schwing.
Ooh.
Ouch. What holy flea market paid you $5 to take that thing?
It's a newbie weapon. The hunting party assigns those awful things to test your mettle as a rookie.
It's the bearded lady!
The what now?
That was my rookie weapon. I loved her right up until I got my sexy beast here.
That's Jacqueline's rookie weapon, Simon! Congratulations! Boy, it must have quite a pedigree. How many kills did you rack up with that bad boy, Tripper?
Bad girl, Dillweed.
Right. Called the Bearded Lady. So how many kills?
None.
Yes, because you killed exactly 0 vampires until Michael St. Cloud, with that unintentionally sharp spindle that she pulled out of the furniture store dumpster that she pushed me into. That dagger is quite a champion, Simon.
It'll work. This is just a meeting, right, Greg? I didn't wear my dress coat.
I really wish you hadn't shown up, kid. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Did your back just stop hurting? What are you sorry for?
Lemon Simon! What a wonderful surprise! I've been wanting to finally kill you for months now.
Wait, oh, you two know each other?
Yes, we do.
How do you know the 4th vampire?
The 4th vampire?
Yep, that's me.
How do you know her?
She's been systematically killing off my bloodline for reasons I don't understand. She killed my dad when I was 6.
And wearing the cutest little Devo fan sweater. It was so cute, even terrified. He was adorable.
I want to hang you with that sweater.
So precious.
Wait, you're one of those Polidoris?
'Cause you know other Polidoris?
You are Simon Polidori. Belmont, you brought him here?
Tell me you know her too.
No, you're in luck. I have no idea who this is. What, the 5th vampire, the 6th? Let's see, the Vincent's the 2nd. Strigoi the 3rd. So this is, anyone? Not a clue.
Just another notch in my kill belt. Hey, bitch. Nice coat, Sergeant Pepper. What's the matter? They didn't have any in light blue on the discount rack of Fail Mart?
Fashion burn.
You are such an idiot.
Tell them, Belmont. Tell them why you're here.
Gentlemen, dumbass. This is the 1st vampire. This is the Dracula.
Dracula's a lady? Lame.
Really? Right now?
How was I supposed to see this coming? Everyone says he or him when they're referring to the Dracula. You say he and him, you know he's a she. What the hell is up with that?
Dracula, Lord of the Vampires. For over 400 years, my bloodline has dedicated their lives to your destruction. I am Sir Kelvin the Lionhearted, hero of the Pawnee Vampire Disaster, victor of the Pebble Beach Hullabaloo, champion of the Bulgravian Bloodsucking Expo, referee of roller derby on alternating Thursdays!
I'm Jacqueline Mays, but you can call me Huge.
Is this what you brought us, Belmont? I thought you were here to talk. You set this in motion.
Set this in motion?
Seriously, Dracula's a woman?
What the hell do you have to talk to the 1st vampire about?
Let's get this skeleton out of that closet, shall we? I have people to kill. Right, Simon?
I'm willing to let this play out. Alright, so why isn't anyone trying to kill anyone else right now?
Yes, Belmont. Why are we here? Why aren't you all dead already?
I can't do this. I am Greg Belmont of the Belmont clan. The reign of the Dracula ends now.
Simon Polidori. His life was short, but he died.
I am so disappointed in you.
So am I.
Here comes the TPK.
Tell him, Belmont. Tell him why you're here.
No.
Wrong answer. I want you to tell him why the hunting party hates all of you, Belmont. Tell him!
No!
Wrong answer!
I'm
I'm asking nicely.
Just do it, Greg. It can't be any worse than litigator being a son of Alucard.
What did you say?
The litigator is the son of Alucard?
The litigator. The barrister of the hunting party descends from the glorious traitor.
Alexander Yakdund. He was the one who brought the first hunter here. Vincent and I always wondered how he knew exactly where to look.
The double-edged sword of the Polidori line strikes again with impeccable timing as always.
Way to go, Lemon Simon. I'll catch up with you later. And you can tell me all about the pawn shop where you bought that piece of shit dagger from. Before I kill you with it.
Life? I am disappointed!
My lord, we're getting closer to tracking down Alexander Yakdund.
What is the problem? This is one man.
He's murdered a terrifying amount of vampires. It's not a matter of finding him in our network. It's a matter of finding the gaping hole where he's being avoided by our kind. Have you sensed any thoughts about him among us?
I have not. That would certainly lend credence to your theory, Erica. Continue the search. We must find him immediately and find out if he's the Harbinger. Once you have found him, I will confront him.
Absolutely, my liege.
Mama, he didn't take Kristy.
Belle, how did you... What do you mean he didn't?
I talked to Dennis.
Dennis is alive?
He's literally alive. He has a heartbeat and he's a knight and he smells like a ginger snap.
He's been converted then. This is awful news.
Mama, did you hear me? They didn't take Kristy.
That's preposterous, sweetie. Who else would have taken her? It's not like she could have wandered off into the night or she wouldn't run away. I told you. He took her while you were sleeping.
While you were speaking with my brother telepathically.
You knew I did that?
Yes, I told you.
That's not what you said.
What?
You just said when I was talking to the first hunter telepathically. I heard you just now.
That's not what I said, sweetie. I told you she was taken while you were sleeping, and that's how I found you when I returned here.
But Dennis said that the first hunter doesn't take humans anymore. Not after he lost 3 armies to you.
Dennis has been converted by the first hunter.
2 armies and a crusade, technically.
I don't care about the crusades. I want to know what happened to Kristy.
What do you mean, crusade, dear?
The crusades, or the army, or the first hunter, or Dennis, or any of it. I don't care. I need to find Kristy. I promised her I would keep her safe.
I know you're worried about Christine and Annabelle. I'm doing everything I can while facing a 3-front war. But you have to respect my duties as first vampire, to ensure that all vampires thrive, including you.
She's my only friend. You don't understand. I promised her I would keep her safe through all this. I promise.
I know how much she means to you, Belle. I do. Your loyalty to her, quite frankly, makes me jealous, but it's a trait I greatly admire. If the first hunter didn't take her, I promise I will do whatever I can to find out who did.
If he didn't take the bait and kill her, what in the hell did he do with that damned girl?
Bait? Kill her? Kill Kristy? Kristy was bait? You lied to me!
Belle?
Kristy?
Well, I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Oh, I was so worried about you. I looked everywhere and I could smell you, but I couldn't find you.
I know. It's okay, though. Everything's gonna be okay now. Hi, Katja. It's good to see you again, too.
Where did you go? I don't remember, actually. The last thing I remember was Katja telling me to spy on the first hunter to help keep you safe.
I'm sorry, Kristy. I'm so sorry. She used you as bait. She knew I was talking to the first hunter telepathically, and she found out, and I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Stop. It's okay. I wanted to help you so badly. Your mom gave me the chance to do that. It was the best thing she could have done, actually.
What do you mean?
I mean, the last time I was here, I was so busy being worried about all the master vampires. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
You never had to be. I would have protected you from that jerk, Vincent. And my mom said you were off limits, so it didn't matter.
That's the thing. You don't have to worry about me anymore. And I can actually help you now.
Are you okay, Kristy? I mean, are you really okay?
Belle, I haven't felt this good in ever.
What do you remember?
The first thing I remember was a man named Dennis. He was asking me if I was all right. I told him I was, but he didn't seem real sure. So he had somebody else come and check on me. You're never gonna believe who it was.
Oh.
Hold on, somebody's coming.
Get lost, Vincent. I do not want to deal with your crap right now.
My crap? Do you even know where your little friend was? Do you even think of debriefing to see where the hell she was off wandering by herself?
That's exactly what I was doing right now, and as it turns out, it's none of your business.
You do best to hold your tongue and let a professional handle this job. Let me talk to her myself.
That's not happening. Not anymore.
You don't know where she was or what she was doing.
She was trying to help me. My own mother sent her as bait after the first hunter. It's a miracle she's still alive.
I have to doubt any kind of miracle was the cause of that. I suspect something of a more insidious variety being the cause of all this.
It's a miracle you're still alive. You should have died a year ago, not for a Polidori and a stroke of bad luck.
What do you mean I should be dead?
What are you talking about, you miserable infantile jackanape? Do you even hear what I'm saying? Did you lose part of your mind and said the first hunters when you charged in there like an idiot?
I am the Tsarina.
Tsarina.
The princess of the vampires. You don't like it, you've never liked it, and I don't care. Ever since Aaron turned me, my whole vampire existence has been nothing but bullshit. Aaron left me in his bed. You're an asshole. Dennis got taken. Pierce got killed. Sid had to leave because of it. When my fangs came out, I almost killed Kristy. The first hunter beat the hell out of me. And the Dracula, the best, the first, and the strongest of the vampires, who also happens to be my mother, sent my best friend in the entire universe after that stupid hunter as bait. Vampirism bites.
Interesting. Well, as it turns out, vamping ain't easy, bitch. This is the part where I put the insolent child to bed.
Oh, relax. Relax. This whole thing is about me anyways, right? Let me talk to Vincent.
That's exactly what he wants. He wants to get you alone so he can hurt you or even kill you. I am not going to let that happen.
The Dracula has made an edict that keeps Kristy from being harmed, and I would never cross her. You, on the other hand...
Belle, stop. He's trying to get you to act this way on purpose so he can tell your mom. Don't take the bait, Belle. Stop. Vincent and I will have a little talk. He will not harm me.
I am not leaving the two of you alone.
We'll be right outside. I want to do this, Belle. Vincent needs to talk to me. And I need to talk to him.
Okay. But if you harm her, I will kill you.
Right on time, as promised, Mr. Yartund.
Good evening, Dennis. I have to know before we start. Is this conversion real?
Well, I don't know how being converted affects lifespans or aging. I only know that the Shining Slaughterer has cured me of vampirism, and I'm better for it.
We'll all be better for a cure to that.
Thank you for seeing me. As you know, your lineage puts you in a unique position in this conflict. And it was you who brought him out of that crypt where he thought he'd been buried by the sands of time, forgotten by all but the Dracula and her lieutenants.
I do remember that because I lived it. What is this about?
You weren't there to become harbinger on his rise, which freed him to act on his own. He's grateful for that also.
Did you call me here to receive a thank you card and a gift certificate to a restaurant? I don't have time for this.
No. There's a face-to-face meeting. Now.
Hi, Alex. Oh, you won't be needing that. There are no documents to sign, and as you can see from your own weapon, I'm not vampire anymore. I'm all better now.
Turns out vampirism really is like a disease, isn't it?
No. I know where my power comes from. Looks like you found a new kind of power yourself. Kitty find some catnip?
Still with the weakness insults?
Always with them for you.
Go ahead. You can throw them at me all you want, Vincent. They don't apply anymore. You should be proud, actually. I did follow your advice.
That's not true. You didn't go in a corner and die.
Oh no, not that advice. About being a weak little bag of blood and organs. About being a weight around Belle's neck, dragging her down. We won't have to worry about that anymore.
Because you're gonna go in a corner and die.
No, because I learned some secrets.
This I've gotta hear. What is it you're so giddy to tell me about?
Well, one of the secrets is that there's a cure for vampirism.
So what are you supposed to be now?
For starters, we don't have to continue our thing, Alexander. The malevolent peacekeeper opened my eyes to the big picture, and it's something you and I can agree on. The end of vampires.
You need to die, sweetie. Let's just say that it's part of my mourning process.
What is this about, Sydney?
I'm the last surviving member of the brood that killed his wife. Alexander was engaged in a long-term battle with Michael St. Cloud that ended with St. Cloud killing his wife in their bed. Since he couldn't kill St. Cloud himself, he took out his rage on all of us girls who were turned unwillingly by him.
You say that like it doesn't matter anymore.
That's the thing, hun. It doesn't. You got what you wanted. The last surviving member of the St. Cloud brood is truly gone. Vampire Sydney is dead. Re-dead? Dead. Re-dead? Huh. I'll just stick with dead. Anyway, I'm Sydney Hunter, a knight in the Order of the First Hunter, and I was cured of vampirism.
So what? Are you gonna cure me now?
You? Oh, hell no. No. You don't get cured. All I care about is Belle and making her better. She has had such a crappy life. Her parents made sure she had a crappy life. On purpose. But you knew that, didn't you?
I'm aware of it, yes.
Both of her parents were descendants of the Dracula. But they didn't know that until you told them after their daughter was born.
I was the doctor who delivered their baby. I thought they should know the genetic background of the child they had and the potential complications it carried.
Both of her parents worked in the office of the hunting party, Vincent.
Ah, yes, well, that must have slipped my mind at the time. I'm a very old man, after all. The memory tends to slip after 764 years.
You pushed them together.
That's not true. That was Dennis. He was just under my order. That little tattletale. It's not his fault, though. That happens with conversion. Conversion does that.
See, here's what I don't get. You and Simon tried to get Belle and I to kill each other in the woods that night.
Didn't Belle kill your boyfriend? What does a girl have to do to get another girl killed in revenge around here?
Wait. It gets even better. You push her parents together to make sure that she gets born. Then you could have killed her outright, but you don't. You let another vampire turn her, awakening the blood of the Dracula in her, allowing her to become the daughter of Dracula.
I didn't know she was going to be turned.
Vincent, if there's one thing that I've learned in my little stay here, is that you know everything every vampire does. You make it your business to know everything. So, why would you push to have her be born, get, or let, her get turned, and then try to kill her? Why would you do all of that in that order, Vincent? I'm very curious.
I have to admit, this is the straightest job interview I've ever had. And I've had discussions with talking axes. Lengthy ones.
You think this is weird for you? You ordered the murder of the love of my life, and I'm the one who recommended you the demon of heaven.
And why shouldn't I be suspicious about you doing that exactly?
Because the first hunter said he wanted the most insidious son of a bitch on the face of this planet, and I could only think of the permanent nightmare that you were to me and so many other vampires.
I certainly remember your 100th vampire birthday present to me, Mr. Yachthund.
Yeah, that was a fun one, Mr. Mayor. I bankrupted your township with frivolous legal actions, then bought the entire thing at auction and burned it down. To help surrounding fire departments train in large-scale scenarios, of course. How did re-election go anyway, Mr. Mayor?
I'm actually jealous I didn't think of him before Sid. But he has been hunting you, what, 6 years?
8.
So, This is a headhunting meeting at night, at a gazebo, and the boss is before me. Does he have a say in this?
No. Honestly, he's not even here for you. This is Dennis and I's thing.
Then what is he here for?
I'm here for her.
Who? And you are? Besides a vampire?
I am the nightmare that keeps you from sleeping most nights.
Funny, you don't look like United States tax code.
Did he seriously say that to her?
To who? Who is this? Do I seriously need to kill a vampire in front of you to prove my ability? This is an insult.
Give it a moment. I'm sure it'll set in considering the blood that courses through your veins.
God.
How ironic is that?
You do know what curiosity does to kitty cats, right?
Yes, I do. I also know why smart vampires don't bite the first hunter. Are you a smart vampire, Vincent? You want to know where I got my new swagger? Why don't you find out for yourself? The Dracula's about to.
You really do not understand the nature of who I am, do you?
I just don't care. I don't know why you set Belle up, but it's going to be all for nothing. Do you understand? She's all that I care about. And this time, I'm going to save her.
So, you're gonna save Belle, huh? Who's gonna save you?
I am.
Well, yours is in the shop. Why don't you just go ahead and take this back? Did me a lot of good. It's got pedigree. You know, Belmont, I think I'm starting to understand why the hunting party has so much trouble trusting you.
Did that save your life, kid?
My name's Simon. You could start calling me that now.
That was the Dracula, Simon. The first vampire, the reason for all of this shit. You were walking into a slaughter.
Because we did so well otherwise?
All my training was wiped out in a single spear from what I now know was the fourth vampire.
Join the club. We've got bandages.
I got the shit kicked out of me by her too. That was the greatest moment of my life. That was amazing.
Crazy says what?
I was nearly in battle with the first vampire. I called that bitch a bitch to her bitchy face. That's a damn good day.
Crazy says that.
That was the most demoralizing day of my life. I've shamed my bloodline.
You survived a battle with the first and the fourth vampires. There is no shame in that. There'll be other chances. You get just one chance to tell us what the hell that was. And go.
You saw what happened. We got the shit kicked out of us by the master vampire.
No. I got beat up by you. You hit me in the nose with your elbow. What did surprising Lady Dracula smash you with, like, 4 moves to get you to tell us?
The reason the hunting party hates me?
Okay. We're not gonna witty banter this. Spill it, now.
The Dracula created the Belmont clan.
God
damn
it! Not sure if major revelation or historic betrayal.
Say it, boy.
Why my life, my entire life has been nothing but grief. Why my wife was killed in my bed by one of your freaks. Why my parents' lives have been entirely meaningless. My father died of a heart attack, running from his own shadow, fearing it was you.
It's possible I've caused the deaths of so many I probably wouldn't have noticed.
So much confidence from a wench who was so afraid of her child saying no to her, she had him executed like a coward!
You would dare call the Lord of the Vampires a coward? Kneel before me, child, and accept your death.
I will not. Those before me may have been afraid to confront you, but I have dedicated my entire life for this moment.
Such sad last words for the harbinger of the first hunter.
I have no harbinger.
This insect brought you here, did he not?
He did.
Then how is he not your harbinger?
He missed my resurrection by 2 days. It was the best thing he could have done for me.
Do you have anything to say for yourselves?
It was a pleasure having served with you for over a century. I found a better opportunity among the living.
I lost everything I ever cared about because I was forced to be a vampire. This seemed like a good way to get some kind of life back.
Those are lousy epitaphs. They look so clunky on the headstones.
They're not half as bad as yours. Dracula, 292,000 days of unlife. Every last one of them a waste. All right, Hunter. Let's put an end to this once and for all.
That's not what I'm here for, Jacques Bond.
Wait.
What the hell are you talking about?
You really are a big piece of shit. I knew it!
Wait. Let's all give Greg a chance to explain. Why he's a big piece of shit!
We were supposed to be a weapon against the first hunter. We were given the power to destroy him.
You were given the power to destroy him. Did you ever try actually doing that?
No, we went after the Dracula. After the first encounter, we never even saw him again.
You had the power to take this guy out, and you didn't? You know what? Jack's right. Screw you, Belmont.
Listen, the first hunter was destroying the village of my ancestor, Dragomir, when this woman claiming to be a sorcerer appeared and offered him the power. It was the Dracula, but he didn't even—
Lame origin story, bro! Gosh, the first hunter's all like, medieval smash on your village, and this lady's like, wow, would you like the power to stop him? And your ancestor's like, you're offering me the power to stop him, which means you must have the power to stop him yourself, but you want me to do it instead. That makes total sense. It's a good thing I'm not suspicious or anything, because I'm a total idiot.
So the Belmont took power candy from a stranger.
Idiot.
Did she have a puppy and ye old windowless carriage too, you morons?
Shut it, Tripper.
You shut it, Belmont. My family has dedicated over 400 years to the pursuit of the destruction of the vampire species. While the Belmonts get a free pass to the Dracula, who you all just happen to fail at killing.
That is exactly what the front
office didn't tell anyone. Don't blame them. You told us. I was actually jealous of you Belmonts. But why? I get shit from other hunters for tripping into a kill. But you losers have been tripping out of them by design!
This isn't funny anymore.
I don't know what the joke is, but I'm not laughing.
Watch your tongue, boy. It could get you killed. By me.
It's not me you need to be killing. It's this demonic piece of trash. She literally walked right into this, so let's kill the bitch!
Did you not hear who I am? I am the first vampire. The Dracula. My enemies call me the Lord of the Darkness, my victims know better.
I am the blood of your son Alucard, the glorious Redeemer. He who was the light to your darkness, and his descendants will avenge him, or die trying.
Well, at least you tried. I got what I came for. We should continue this as we always have, brother.
Every time you go into your slumber, I return to my rightful place in the heavens. I have decided I will not be pulled back here anymore.
You think that's heaven?
Can't be hell. It's where I am now.
No one asked you to come back.
That's true. Least of all the man himself.
He wants out. Only this time, he's found a way to actually get it.
Gregory Belmont, are you an agent of the Dracula? Yes or no?
We're both, aren't we? Why do you think we call it the Belmont Curse?
This doesn't make sense.
What exactly are you referring to? We have a lot of options on the table.
This is all bullshit.
Calvin's checking in with the front office on bitch face over there. Once we have orders.
They're not going to do anything.
What?
Watch. The front office is going to tell us to leave Belmont alone as an order.
Then it's good riddance and we can go do shit that matters.
Killing the Dracula is what matters, right? That's the whole point of all this. That's why this doesn't make any sense.
What doesn't?
The Belmonts were empowered by the Dracula. They know it, but the front office knows it too. Why wouldn't they tell anyone?
I don't follow.
The Belmonts are a homing beacon on Dracula. They know exactly where he is, where she is, and how to get to her, whatever. Anyway, even the elite hunters don't know about this. Why aren't we using the Belmonts' abilities to stage attacks on the Dracula directly?
Because you saw what happened when we tried that this afternoon, remember?
But replace us with Salmon Axe and Valkyrie, or Shot Gunther and Marauder Daughter. There's no answer that makes... Greg, how much do you know about the history of your family?
Our spouses are the chroniclers of the Belmont legacy. We know pretty much everything. Why?
Okay, so has any member of the hunting party ever worked with any of the Belmonts for anything, ever, for a day, an hour, a minute, anything?
No, the hunting party's made it a point to hate us from the very beginning. We don't know why.
But they do.
Who?
The front office.
What kind of weird conspiracy would that be, nerd?
Our orders from the front office are to disengage with Belmont and continue our search for the daughter.
You know what? Screw this. I quit.
What do you mean you want out?
I do not belong here, and neither do you.
You belong in a crypt 20 feet underground until this corpse got a sudden streak of courage. You saw what that got him.
So easy to kill your own blood. It is a wonder Belle is still alive after she overpowered you. It's how I felt when it happened to me. She is phenomenal, isn't she?
All of your power, all of your defenses, and she plied right through them. That had to bother big, bad you, right?
What does Belle have to do with you wanting out, as you put it?
You're an anchor. And after all this time spent trying to cut that anchor, it never occurred to him he could get you to cut it yourself.
What are you idiots talking about?
You were given the power to become the Dracula. Something ancient gave it to you when it tired of being on this plane anymore. That power was meant to die with that creature. It wasn't supposed to be a part of anyone else.
Its time was supposed to be over. And that event caused an angel to come down from the heavens and bestow upon the first hunter the power to destroy you.
We were given this power, Yekaterina. Which means we can give it away.
You quit?
This is a joke. This is all a big joke. And I'm not laughing anymore.
You're not making any sense.
I'm making perfect sense, Greg. The Belmonts have been like beacons for the Dracula ever since Simon got that psychic wound, right?
Yeah, so?
Why hasn't the hunting party ever tried to take advantage of that?
Well, we're not just gonna work with the hunting party after all the years of bullshit.
We don't have to work with you. It's called espionage. You could have tailed you with elite hunters and had showdowns with the Dracula, what, 5 or 6 times now? Anybody? Kelvin, 400 years, right? You've got this heraldry thing down pat. Your family's been in the elite ranks of the hunting party since the beginning. Can you name even one time when any member of your family has interacted with any member of the Belmont clan?
I can't, actually.
You majored in hunting party history as part of your entrance into the elite ranks, right? You were the first person to get a perfect score on the exam since your great-grandfather, right?
Well, yes.
All right, great. So, tell me, has there ever been a single battle involving the Dracula and an elite member of the hunting party?
Well, there's the... there's the... No. What? There hasn't been one. No elite vampire hunter has ever directly engaged the Dracula. I've never realized that.
No member of the hunting party has ever directly engaged the Dracula. Ever. Even once. Not by happenstance. Not on accident. They've got this jerk beacon and his jerk beacon ancestors, and they've never once tried to exploit that. Ever.
Holy shit.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, good talk. And you know what? Good luck trying to figure it out.
Get me to give away my power. That's your plan?
It is.
You're serious.
I am.
I don't even know how to... I don't even remember the last... I don't think I've ever been surprised by you in... ever, I think.
It won't be the last. Not even the last from this evening.
Do tell. This is amazing.
I started giving my power away.
To who? Christina? You gave it to Belle's little friend?
It turns out Miss Tussig comes from quite the lineage herself.
Are you gonna tell me? You set the table so nicely.
She is from the bloodline of your former lover, the Impaler. So, if you do not give your power away to a living vampire, you will have to face me and an Impaler with my power at the same time. There is one other living vampire, isn't there?
It's 11 o'clock. Do you know where your daughter is?
Do you think she'll actually do it?
That was quite the gambit. Well done, my lord.
I will finally be rid of this curse. One way or another.
I'll get a shovel.
Plastic or cloth to wrap him in, my lord?
Neither.
My liege?
He has the blood of Alucard in his veins, which is also the blood of the Dracula, who is a living vampire.
She lives for that power, like the engine of the species?
All descendants who carry her blood are cursed with a hint of the vampire, even without turning.
What does that mean for Alexander?
What happens when you die while vampire moves in your veins?
You become one.
and I convert them.
Rise. Our business was not finished, Yaltun. What say you?
I accept the offer. When do I start?
Vincent? What is going on?
I've determined the culprit of Belle's power, my lord. He's devious. We never saw it coming, yet he was there the entire time, taunting us with this knowledge. He must be stopped immediately.
Who are you talking about?
Charles Darwin, my lord. We must dig up his remains and stomp on them heartily. The root of Belle's power turns out to be natural selection.
800 years is nothing in human development.
Even the smallest amount of genetic adaptations alter the power on the body. After 800 years, her chassis is more powerful than ours. She's as powerful now as you were in the 10th year of your reign.
Then get up. This is no time for humor.
I can't move, my lord. Annabelle, she pulverized my spine.
Why did she attack you?
So, who's gonna save you?
I am.
Of course you are.
But I want answers first.
Answers? Who do you think you are?
I'm the Zarnia, the princess of the vampires. You have to obey me.
I don't have to obey shit coming from a little vampire fangirl.
You were thinking of Aaron. I felt it while you were talking to Kristy. You had thoughts about Aaron.
Do you mean Strigoi?
Who?
His name is Strigoi. He's the third vampire.
Why would he lie to me?
Sexual remorse, most likely.
Why would he lie to me? Tell me now!
Because you were supposed to die, you stupid wench!
Belle was supposed to die?
How did you take me over like...
Why was I supposed to die?
I'm not gonna...
Tell me now! Now! Now!
Because the Dracula needs to come back to us. We need her back. She's grown so complacent, so soft. Over so many centuries, she's lost her anger, her edge, her ruthlessness. Everything I loved about her. Everything I gave my life, all of eternity to serve. We needed to wake her up.
You're thinking about Aaron again.
Strigoi. His name is Strigoi, you pathetic, mousy ingrate.
So wait, the plan I'm hearing inside your head, you and Strigoi wanted to get me killed?
We also helped Alexander find the first hunter and discovered the hunting party was trying to hide a Polidori in obscurity.
He knew you were going to be the daughter of Dracula. He knew the whole time.
It was the only thing in your life that was even going to be even the slightest bit remarkable. The only thing in your pathetic existence that anyone could ever care about.
So why would killing me bring my mom back?
My lord was at her greatest when she executed her son before us, when she skinned him alive and dipped him into a pool of holy water. The rage that was brought from that one event brought us to heights we could never dream. We need her back like that now more than ever. Rage that can only come from your death!
You'd have to kill me first.
How's that plan working out for you?
Belle attacked me for no reason. I suspect she's been compromised by Christina, yet she has not been converted yet. Christina believes that conversion leads to a cure. She aims to cure Belle.
You know, I haven't been here since Pierce.
Yeah. Well, I told you I talked to Sid. She told me I could use this place when I needed shelter, so...
And she's really human again?
Completely human.
So was Dennis a few days ago when I saw him. How did they get that way?
You know, I'm not really sure how it works, but I can do it.
How can... Kristy, what really happened to you when my mom sent you away?
I had been following the first hunter for days, weeks. I'm not really sure, that part's still fuzzy. I simply followed him. His catch instructed. That's when I trusted.
And who do we have here?
Kristy? Kristy, is that you? Oh, Kristy, sweetie, what are you doing here?
Hi, Sid. I'm trying to help my best friend Belle. Can you help me? I'm looking for the first hunter.
Oh no, sweetie. Why would you ever want to look for that man?
Shh. It's a secret. I'm spying on him for the Dracula.
No. Now don't say that too loud, because if you do...
He could hear you, and we don't want that.
You're the first hunter?
I am, and you are.
She's no one of consequence, my lord. She's not even vampire.
I am fully aware of that, Sydney. Do not question my motivations before you know what they are, child.
I'm sorry, my lord. We knew each other during my past unlife as vampire. She and Belle crossed paths with me and my love, Pierce.
So you're spying on me for the Dracula, huh? How's that working out?
You're not supposed to know that. It was a secret the Dracula told me.
She was expecting me to kill you.
She said it was the only way I could help my best friend Belle. To not be weak anymore.
So the daughter of Dracula is one of your closest friends, huh?
Yeah, since we were little.
Wouldn't my sister be chagrined to know who you descend from?
My mom and dad, I descend from them.
Oh, you descend from more than that. You're of the bloodline of Vladimir Tepish of Wallachia.
That's not my grandpa's name.
Vlad the Impaler was not your grandfather. He's the man history wrongly names Dracula because the Dracula herself made sure of it, so she could hide in plain sight.
She descends from the Impaler? She never said anything about it.
Who's the Impaler?
Who's the Impaler? Now we know why. Do you want to help your friend Belle?
More than anything in the world.
Then you're going to break the curse of her vampirism, aren't you? Very good.
Hear me of being a vampire?
He did it for Sid. He did it for Dennis. He showed me how.
What?
The first hunter gave me some of his power. I'm going to be as strong as the first hunter someday, Belle. And then no one will ever bother or hurt us ever again. I promise. Well, say something.
He gave you some of his power? Why?
Why does it matter? Once I cure you of vampirism, you won't be stuck in these shitty situations anymore.
But I'm not stuck.
You said it yourself. Every experience that you've had since becoming a vampire has been terrible.
Not all of them.
What do you mean?
Sure, since becoming a vampire, I've had some crappy times, but I still like being a vampire itself. I've never felt this strong, this confident, or this good about myself, and I don't know.
You like surviving off drinking blood?
It's not about drinking just blood, you know that.
Killing people?
It's not about killing people.
Well, then what is it, Belle? What is so great about being a vampire if every day since you've been one has been shit?
For the same reason you like how you feel right now, Kristy. I'm not afraid of myself anymore. Yes, I'm still afraid of things, but I'm not afraid of myself.
I'm sorry, Belle. You didn't force me to become a vampire, and you respected my wishes.
I'll respect yours.
It's okay. I still want you to turn, but I know you won't, and I can't.
I know what you mean. I feel exactly the same way, too.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you lost? We don't have any services scheduled here for today.
I'm here for you, Mr. Polidori.
No good conversation ever starts like that.
I'm Morris Winslow, the litigator for the hunting party.
You're the litigator? What happened to Alexander?
Mr. Yogdund passed away at 3:42 a.m. last evening from undetermined causes.
He died? I mean, did his head finally actually explode from always hating everything forever?
Ha. No, we don't know why. We just know that the heart monitor we installed into all front office personnel triggered code blue, ending his employment term immediately.
You guys actually do that? What, did someone see the movie Spawn and think that was a cool idea?
The movie studio responsible for Spawn actually licensed the concept from us, for a fee and an NDA, of course, with creative license highly encouraged to keep the nature of the real technology a secret.
That entire sentence is so ridiculous that that actually has to have happened.
The details are classified, but suffice it to say that the events did occur in that general sequence.
If it helps, Mr. Polidori, that sentence isn't nearly as ridiculous as Morris Winslow's so-called legal credentials.
Okay, so not dead Alexander, who was dead, now isn't. Would you care to, you know?
I'm employed by the first hunter now. After he corrected my post-mortem status, I couldn't say no to his offer.
Literally? Huh? He actually couldn't say no. He was converted.
The first hunter converts regular people now?
Alex is many things. Regular is not one of them. Also not one of them, a quality human being.
The blood of my ancestors turns out to make even a living human just the tiniest bit vampire. The only regret I have in dying and then being brought back to life via conversion is that this fool has taken my place.
Well, you know what they say. When one door closes, that same door opens anew. Because it's my office now.
I don't see Simon fighting an ambulance or a celebrity, so why are you here?
Mr. Polidori has been having some issues with the hunting party, so I wanted to help smooth them out and let him know how valued he is to us.
Well, that's a coincidence, because I'm here to tell him exactly why he's valued, in quotation marks.
I'm right here, so you can actually just tell me.
Simon, what do you know about your early ancestry?
I have some.
What do you know about the first popular written story about vampires as we know?
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
It was before that. It was The Vampire with a Y, and it was written by Dr. John Polidori.
So, I have an ancestor who wrote a story. Go me!
Dr. John Polidori wrote the short story as a way to cover what he was actually doing. He met, befriended, and traveled with a woman named Ruth. He wasn't a hunter, but through his training as a physician, he was able to deduce her vampirism completely on his own.
Alex, do I really have to remind you that you signed extensive documents expressly forbidding you from discussing classified
agreements apply only in that lifetime. I died, then came back to life, so this would be my second lifetime. Privilege no longer applies.
Sustained. Overruled. No? Nothing? Okay.
The woman named Ruth, who we called Lord Ruthven in the short story, turned out to be the Dracula, and he very nearly killed her. Fully.
I know this may be hard to believe, but as it turns out, the Dracula is, in fact, a woman. These are the kind of inside informational tidbits that you can expect to get if you remain with us.
You know, no, I already knew that. I figured that out 2 days ago.
What? How? Who told you?
Well, she showed me. No, wait, that doesn't sound right. Okay, I was on my knees, and she was standing over here. Okay, this is getting worse and not better.
You didn't report to us the sighting of the Dracula.
You didn't get that report? Maybe I didn't feel like writing a report. So anyway, I was pretty surprised to hear that whole Dr. John almost kills the Dracula thing. How do you know that? Was that in the story?
No. He wrote the short story as a coded message to the hunting party on his findings. After seeing it went unheeded,
Imagine my surprise.
he traveled to Europe, trying to find a way to destroy her permanently. After he saved an old Romani man being hunted by vampires, the doctor had a holy weapon forged for him. A weapon built to kill the Dracula.
That's my dagger. What'd you do to it?
Sydney had something done to it that has never been done before. It was cleaned.
This thing can kill the Dracula? Why didn't we put this in the hands of some badass elite hunter?
Holy weapons are kind of alive in a sense. They develop an attachment to the blood of the wielder. Polidori's hand must be holding the handle if it is ever to be driven into the Dracula. It won't kill her for anyone else.
Is this true?
It's part of a legend, Simon. I can neither confirm nor deny any of it.
So it's true. All right. So, you said you got this from Sid. Did you finally kill her?
No. We worked together. She was also converted by the first hunter.
You worked together?
It only works because we're completely under the thrall of the first hunter, who commanded me to tell you your place in all this.
Why does he want me to know?
Because he wants her dead, as do I, unlike the hunting party.
Excuse me?
Oops.
You are a real piece of work, you know that? And of course, by work, I mean shit.
Why do you think I went and found the cell the first hunter was stumbling around in, 30 feet underground for 400 years? Because the front office only wants the status quo, perhaps?
Because you're a psychotic, revenge-obsessed descendant of a demonic bloodline, perhaps?
Says the ambulance-chasing, celebrity-worshipping movie studio lawyer who crawled all the way out to our office straight out of that barren Hollywood wasteland.
I warned the front office about choosing you over me the first time. You being a son of Alucard, it was just a matter of time before your compulsions took the place of your actual responsibilities. This guy's desk and itinerary are littered with a backlog of cases, depositions, white papers. You know, your goddamn job.
Which I'm sure you'll deftly take on and completely fail in my absence. Morse Winslow's personal motto when it comes to fault? Anyone but me.
You were personally chosen for your job by your predecessor, Neil Jones, and this is how you respect his legacy?
So now you suddenly revere him? You always hated the old man.
I found the legend of Neil slightly lacking after he decided to end a brilliant legal career by putting your crazy ass in the litigator seat.
Okay, everyone just shut up. Just shut up. Mr. Winslow, do you know why I wanted to quit the hunting party?
We can discuss this once this nutbag takes his leave.
You just spent 5 minutes yelling with this nutbag about ridiculous legal nonsense that had nothing to do with killing the Dracula. What in the world are we doing if we are not working on killing the one vampire that kills all the other vampires?
Doing something like that takes the proper groundwork, Simon. You have no idea what's involved in doing something like that.
This end goes into the Dracula. His boss's hammer goes upside the Dracula. An elite hunter's holy weapon goes into the chest of the Dracula. We kill the Dracula.
Don't you dare talk to me like that, you pathetic drifter-looking motherfucker.
Finish that word. Go ahead and finish it. This guy got me to kill a man once just by lying to me about him, and I'm feeling pretty gullible today. Want to see if I would fall for it again? The hunting party is all about playing games with monsters. To what end, I don't know, but I'm removing myself from the pawn slot. I'm out.
Okay. So where are you gonna go then? You gonna join the guild? Grim Center? RTC? Eden 5? No, you're not. They're not gonna take you after the Daughter of Dracula incident.
I'm going solo. I'm gonna kill every vampire, zombie, werewolf that I come across. I'm gonna find a way to get to the Dracula, and I'm gonna kill her myself or I'm gonna die trying. There are exactly 2 things that the hunting party can do about this. Nothing and like it.
Where was badass Simon Polidori when I was alive? The first time.
Tell me, we couldn't give this to an elite hunter. Why aren't we elite hunters ourselves?
Considering what he was capable of, they needed to make sure the rest of you stayed as pathetic as possible, to keep the risk as low as possible.
You were a part of that.
I was, but even your shitty assignment and this dump couldn't change the legacy you came from. The reason I had to babysit you personally...
Don't you dare say it, you bastard!
...is because when you failed to kill the daughter of Dracula, the front office was afraid you had figured out something.
What? Figured out what?
That, I'm afraid I actually don't know. There are secrets the front office keeps to themselves and themselves only. If this all goes as my employer has planned, this should be over soon, so it won't matter. I've got to go. Good luck, Simon. For the first time ever, I'm actually rooting for you.
I am done with the hunting party. Take me off your mailing list.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. You're gonna need it.
Now that I finally quit the clown college, I can get some real work done.
Congratulations on quitting the hunting party, buddy. Took some guts.
You know, you've got really good hearing, but you weren't listening. I quit the hunting party, not the hunting.
You know, I've been hunting Polidoris for the last 200 years now, and the fights have been getting progressively more boring and lame. Then your family became a tease and I actually had some fun. I was really hoping that this last fight was going to be the best one. I was looking for a boss fight. All I got was Lemon Simon, sucking on the rind of life before choking on it.
You know, I think I've got one of those.
A lemon rind?
No, a boss fight.
Fool me once. Blah, blah, blah.
Twice fooled.
Shame on you, asshat.
Every day I'm suffering.
You got a name for that technique there?
Whoa! Tastes like burning.
Of course. A pop culture reference.
No, the bleach from the punchline, it's still kind of burning my mouth a bit. What are you guys doing here anyway? I quit the hunting party.
We're not here on their behalf. I'm here because you brought up some questions I can't get out of my head.
And I'm here because for once in my hunting career, I've finally gotten some real action. Every job they've sent me to die. Like I wouldn't notice or something.
Glad I could be of service.
No, seriously, Simon. Thank you. I fought the first hunter. I've met the Dracula. We got the assist in popping the fourth vampire. It's friggin' awesome.
I have to agree with Jacqueline.
Okay, so that explains why you guys didn't send a report into the front office on meeting the Dracula. But you couldn't have known Erica was going to attack me tonight, so why'd you show up?
We want to try your idea.
Greg Traxer? We wax her. That's what I'm talking about.
The odds are shit, Simon, but they're less shit with Erica dead.
Even if we die, the other elites in the party would notice if Kelvin went down.
Morbid, yet true.
You're already thinking post-mortem inspiration.
They've sent me to die 5 times. This was supposed to be the 6th. My therapist says it's a coping mechanism.
Greg's already waiting at the playground. What do you say, Simon?
Challenge accepted.
So, I've been doing this thing where I'm looking for vampires by, when I meet other vampires, looking into their minds to see who they've crossed paths with.
Who are you looking for?
That vampire that turned me, Aaron. Vincent was thinking about him when he said I should be dead by now. I still can't get that deep into his mind because of his vampire age, but I'm thinking I could with Aaron. He has to be a lot younger. Aaron's in here. I can't sense his mind directly, but a vampire whose mind I can sense has had contact with him 6-7 hours ago. Yes, Vincent will come after us, but only after he finds all the pieces of his spine floating in his back. He's not going to tell my mom what he was up to, though. No, she's been using all of her psychic power to keep out her brother. That's how he pulled it off. She's going to be so pissed, though. I'll tell her that he wrote a check with his mouth that his ass couldn't cash. But not gonna lie, Kristy, I liked it. I really liked that feeling of hurting him. I finally felt like a real vampire. I want to feel that again. Yeah, I'm at the east entrance, so I'll meet you inside.
Annabelle Saint, the daughter of Dracula. Wow, this is an honor. Thought I was going after some pretty big prey already, but if this is gonna fall in my lap, I may as well clear off another spot on my mantle.
You're right, Sam. You know, they can never have enough vampire heads, and if you cut them off with a holy blade, you can keep those bad boys preserved for centuries.
Huh. I just happen to have a finely honed holy blade on me.
Well, that's so weird, Sam, because I just happen to be a holy blade. And you're right. I'm looking fine today.
Damn straight. Human girly, please step away from the vampire czarina. Unless you are under a glamour. In which case, we will give you a free concussion to break the effects. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause you. We will also need you to sign a waiver.
Yeah, there's no glamour here, but I do like the idea of giving concussions.
That's interesting. There's something about it that's very familiar, but I don't know what. Get me in closer so I can figure it out, Sam.
Get out of our way. We're not here for you. Either of you. That is just weird.
That's too bad, because we're here for you.
You want to fight us. Why would you want to do that?
Because we're vampire hunters.
You don't want to fight us. We're your new best friends.
If they were my best friends, they would know we love to fight.
It didn't work on him.
I think it's his holy weapon. is probably too strong for you right now.
Wait,
I'll take care of it.
what? Kristy, I don't understand.
You are an accessory to a vampire. Under hunting party law, you are found to be in concert with a vampire and thus totally murderable.
All right. Why the warning?
Cuz I'm a gentleman.
Oh, but I'm not. Let's fight, bitches!
What was that?
We gotta get out of here, Sam. It's time to abandon ship.
Over what? What is she?
Oh, she's bad news, buddy. She's real bad news.
Hey, Belle. Didn't you say that you read the mind of a vampire recently that came into contact with Aaron?
Yeah, but is Sam a vampire?
No. But his axe is.
How do you know?
I'm just that good. Now gimme.
That was totally badass. But how is the axe a vampire?
Yeah, how does that work?
I was a vampire whose soul was trapped in this holy axe by the third vampire, Strigo Aronofsky. I've been hunting him through different wielders for like 400 years now.
Wait. Oh, Aaron! That's why he called himself. But how can you be a holy weapon and a vampire?
I have no idea how it works, sister. I just know that it stopped burning all the damn time when I started killing them all the damn time. I'm working that angle now.
So that vampire you saw a while ago, that was Strigoi.
That was Strigoi. Was is the operative word. Guess who extracted his sweet self some sweet vengeance? Yeah, baby.
You killed him?
Yep. Oh, and you're welcome, by the way. Also got to give some credit over to my boy Sam there. You know, I literally couldn't have done it without him.
I can sense your mom coming.
I can sense the first hunter, too.
We should get going.
You should have let me kill him.
Oh, come on, lady! Come on, let me go back! She gonna kill him! She gonna kill Sam!
I already whooped his ass. Belle's not gonna hurt him out while he's down.
She's not gonna hurt him, she gonna kill him!
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Then look for yourself, lady!
Belle? Belle? Belle?
Damn, damn, damn!
Belle!
But Kristy, I'm a real vampire now.
Damn, Belle. Just... damn.
I have never felt anything like that before. It's always been drug addicts or bums and, oh my gosh, I felt his life force flowing through me, through my fangs, down my spine.
You have a cigarette or something?
No, those things will kill.
Your mother's coming.
The first hunter's coming.
We better get going.
Yeah.
How close is she?
She's coming in fast. My back is catching fire.
How fast is she closing in?
Really fast. I think this is her endpoint.
What would be in here that she wants to find?
Maybe the man who killed the fourth vampire?
No. She's coming here, not your cemetery.
Proceed with caution.
Like it matters. This is the Dracula.
Belle, the first hunter's coming. What is it?
It's my mom. She's already...
Belle, what have you done? What have you done, child?
Vincent slapped me, so I slapped him back.
You did a lot more than that.
Yeah, I did. But it was his idea, so give him most of the credit.
How can you be so glib about what you have done? The damage you have caused?
After what she's been through, she should be proud. You've done nothing but treat her like shit.
You shall not speak before me, you wretched filth.
You will not talk to Kristy that way.
She has been tainted by the power of my brother. She wants to take away your power.
No, she doesn't. She's the only person around here that wants to help me.
I have to do that. Because when you die, all vampires die with you.
What?
She's my best friend. I'm not going to let her die with the rest of them.
You want to unmake me into a human?
It's so you don't die. I mean, don't you understand?
She understands that you're a traitor.
I'm the only friend she has anymore.
Are you? How can you say my mom was going to die? How could you say something like that?
Because the end comes to all things, daughter of Dracula.
Damn it! 2 hunters makes it impossible to sense anything moving in these woods.
It's 2 hunters?
Oh, she didn't tell you, sweetie? Your best friend in the whole world didn't tell you that she's becoming another hunter? Just like my brother.
Kristy?
And all things must come to an end.
Friendships.
Power. Species.
And speaking of endings, let's get on with ours, dear sister. I'm going to be free of this curse one way or another.
I have witnessed the endings of many poor souls over the centuries, Pietro. They happen to other people. They don't happen to me.
Until now.
Dracula! The rain will finally come to an end. The sun will rise on humanity once more. I will... Shit, I forgot the rest of it.
Impressive. Bitch, I will cut you. Even more impressive. And you, weak little swordsman. Anything?
I am Sir Kelvin the Lionhearted.
Where are your 2 dogs?
Well, we know where Erica is.
In a puddle at a cemetery, courtesy Simon Polidori.
Simon killed Erica? I can't but... Let's give a hand to Simon, eh? His balls finally dropped. Let's hear it.
Make this a good one. It's going to be your last, Yekaterina.
You do not fully understand my power, Belmont. You will finally witness it firsthand.
Allow me to take Belle away from this fight, Hunter. I will cure her once we're to safety.
Kristy, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm staying a vampire.
No, Belle, listen.
Listen to your best friend. She and I agree on one thing. Your safety.
Mom, I'm not leaving.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'll be okay. Everything will be okay.
You can't force me to leave.
I will not allow it. Now go with Kristy. You will all allow her to go. Your fight is with me.
Please let me fight. I'm so strong now, please.
I know you're strong, Annabelle, and now I need you to be strong for all vampire.
How can I do that if you won't?
My angel? I'm coming home.
Pierce? I've missed you so much.
Marianne? Is that you?
Elizabeth, I knew I'd see you again.
I love you, Belle.
I love you.
Oh, for the love of what the
shit?
How the hell does that work?
I told you my power is beyond your imagination, human. Belle, leave! Now! I will end their lives personally. They've earned it. Time is running out, but there's time enough for a game. Will you play a game for me?
Yes, madam, I do enjoy a good game.
You're so pretty. I'd do anything for you, Miss Dracula.
Good. Stand at each other. Bow. On guard. Fight. Where's his hammer? No, Christina took it!
Kristy? Why do you have that?
I need something to defend myself in case somebody comes after us.
Why do you have that? Why didn't you just take the axe?
Why wouldn't I take this? It's mine.
Not unless you wanted to be the first hunter or second hunter.
Well, it's gonna happen at any minute now. You have to let me cure you. What are you doing?
I'm not letting this happen. You're not becoming a hunter. It was my fault my mom sent you away. It was my fault this is all happening. I'm going to fix it.
Well, none of it will matter if you let me cure you of your vampirism.
Turquoise said it would hurt, and it didn't. It didn't hurt at all. It won't hurt you.
What don't you understand? When she dies, you're going to die. You're going to die, Belle.
She's not going to die. She killed the first hunter by kissing me on the forehead. Who is going to be able to kill her?
If it means saving you, I'll kill her myself.
You are a monster. You are not my best friend. You are a monster trapped in my best friend's body, and I am going to get that monster out.
I'm gonna save you too, Belle. I'm gonna save you from yourself. Because you're my best friend. And I'm gonna fix this.
You're my best friend too. Which is why I have to do this.
Oh, you poor tired thing. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, so am I. Are you tired too?
I'm not tired enough, sweetie. How's your back holding up, Belmont?
Oh, my back is just fine.
I told you, my power was beyond your comprehension.
You are tired. You're tired. The first hunter's dead. Glamour's gone. I can feel your pulse. You're not the Drac. Damn it!
Oh, I'm human, so you're not gonna kill me?
Oh no, I'm doing that. But I'm gonna do it slow. Because you're human now, and it takes a long time for 800 years to pass before someone's eyes. Simon?
Do you need backup?
No, it's mine. This one was always mine.
For 800 years, you've caused misery. And in a final act of cowardice, you shed your curse. You deserve this slow death.
I have a better idea, Calvin. Let's call an ambulance. One of ours.
Tostig? You're still alive? How'd you manage that? Why are your eyes all purple?
I became a hunter, Simon. A really, really good hunter. No thanks to you. No thanks to anyone.
You stole a dead old guy's wooden hammer. You've got purpley eyes, and suddenly you're a real good hunter. What, did you have a power chord montage too?
I have the power of the first hunter, Simon. I can cure vampires.
Not that vampire.
That's the only vampire I care about.
She's not just a vampire anymore. She's the vampire.
What do you mean?
The kiss on the forehead thing? That wasn't one of Dracula's powers. That was Dracula's power being transferred into Belle.
No, that's not possible.
This dagger can kill the Dracula. I just watched her mom's batteries run out, and then I stabbed her in the gut with it. She didn't explode. She just flopped over and bled to death. For whatever it's worth, you won't have to keep those powers you hate for much longer. You're welcome. Are you high? Belle is the Dracula!
No, I can't be!
You have her powers! You're the source of vampire unlife! That makes you the.
She says she's not Dracula.
You're both on drugs.
Leave her alone, Simon.
Then convert her! Do it!
That is not happening.
Well, I mean, he's right. If I cure you...
No, there's nothing to be cured of. I am a vampire. It is what I am meant to...
Oh!
No! Oh God, Simon, I'm sorry. Belle! 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 Belle, we have to help him! Simon, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I have to go. I have to find my friend. I have to cure Belle. Simon, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Simon.
You better find her, Buffy. If you don't, I will. And I will kill her. Dracula must die.
If I can't cure her, I'll kill her myself.
Warm sugar cookies. Hello, Kristy. Haven't seen you in a while. A year, actually.
Well, Belle, you're a hard woman to find. I'm sad to say you got real good at being a vampire.
I had to. I'm the queen.
Zarina?
No, Kristy. I'm the queen. I'm the queen of the vampires.
Yeah, so you're the queen, huh? How's that going for you?
Terrible, actually. My mom didn't tell me how this all works. You know, they don't just follow in line behind me. The old ones, they're fighting for control. And what they don't realize is that they're fighting over what's mine. What's it like being the second hunter?
First huntress.
Big, bad name, but all the vampire boys love it. Probably the freakier girls, too.
I don't really care what they think. I just kill them anyways when they don't lead me to you, so... We can put an end to all of that. That's why you invited me here, right? Scroll an effigy of the first hunter. Send it to me.
No, you invited me here. You sent a vampire's head and you etched the note in the skull. You said we would be best friends forever.
I am your best friend, Belle. All this crap that we've went through is not worth it. We're not meant to be this way.
You're not, maybe, but I am. I'm meant to be a vampire.
Don't you think it's a little ironic that you even are a vampire? The whole reason that they created you was to kill you, to piss off Dracula.
Well, it worked then, didn't it? I got pissed off and you saw what happened to both of them. Vincent is an invalid who has to be fed blood out of a baby bottle.
So you're calling yourself the Dracula too?
Calling? I am the Dracula.
There we go. Magic words. I was just waiting around to see how this all works now. Christina Tossig calls herself the first huntress.
Simon?
I remember that coat. Still looks ridiculous on you, even with the power eyes. What's with those, anyway? The first hunter never got them.
It's because he didn't descend from Vlad the Impaler. And I do.
Really? You're from Vlad Tepish? How did you turn out so lame?
I didn't smell you. I still can't smell you. Why?
We all descend from people who are trying to kill each other. Turns out mine figured out how to disguise a scent. You know, before the hunting party drove him into depression and gambling debt. Anyway, I learned his technique, perfected it, and, oh, yeah, this helps.
Don't tell me you're afraid of that little thing.
She is if she knows what's good for her. She can sense what it was built for, which is killing the Dracula. The first man to ever wield it, Dr. John Polidori, had a fitting literary name for it. He called it The End.
You brought us here, didn't you?
Why would I do that? I was following Tall, Hot, and Dumb over here. I knew she'd lead me to you eventually, like a certain jerk beacon I once worked with. I'm actually surprised that you two haven't fought yet.
I'm not fighting Kristy.
I only want to help, Belle.
Help me? I have never felt this good in my entire life. Ever. Even with the older vampires fighting, I still feel like I can take control.
Take control over what? Bunch of brooding, gel-haired, long-coat-wearing douchebags that play a pipe organ and bont blood?
That's racist!
Please.
Well, if only the hunting party could see the state of the power players as I do right now.
You talk like you're not part of them. What's the matter, Simon? Couldn't hack it? Performance issues?
Yeah. Turns out I actually wanted to do the job that they said they wanted done. I quit just before we ran into each other last year.
Yeah, you know, I remember that day really well, actually. Someone got their ass kicked.
Yeah. How's your tummy, little guy?
Scarred. Itches sometimes. How's your betrayal at each other's hands? Is there an ointment for that?
You want to see what I learned from Buffy?
Lesbian witchcraft?
How do you dare talk to me that way? After you know what I am, what I'm capable of?
I've seen every vampire you've killed. And I've seen how you felt afterwards. It was like you were getting high.
Kristy, those are my subjects. I'm responsible for every vampire.
Not the ones I finished off. There's nothing left. After how I was terrorized by Vincent, mind-controlled by Katja, how I was made to be a little piece in a big game, how you glamored my mind into mush, how you killed my boyfriend after the sex and slay.
Seriously, you're gonna bring that up?
I taught her that term, actually.
And after all of that, Belle, I can't lie and say that I didn't enjoy the payback. I didn't enjoy terrorizing them, destroying them, watching them waste every little bit of strength that they had trying to stop me when they just couldn't, making them feel the way I was meant to feel. It's the only bit of enjoyment I've had after being like this. The rest of it's been a nightmare. And I think this hammer carries ghosts.
I can end the nightmare, Kristy. I can end the nightmare. Just one bite, and we can be best friends forever, like we always wanted. Just one bite, a little bit of hurt, and then there won't be any more hurt. And we'll have each other's backs forever.
Ouch. That's a deep moment there. Should I tell her why that can never happen, Christina, or will you?
You can't turn me. No, you can't turn me. It would be like biting into a bag of holy water. It would kill you. That's why Vincent wouldn't ever bite me. That's why Katya would never bite the first hunter. The only way out of this is to let me cure you.
Jeez. Look, seriously, did either one of you do any research into your histories at all?
What now, Twiggy?
You can't convert the Dracula, moron. You can only convert dead vampires, and the Dracula is a living one. Her living heart beats for all the undead ones.
How is that possible? I mean, Aaron
Strigoi
changed you while you were sleeping with him, right?
Yeah.
And to be changed, you have to die, right?
Belle, did it hurt? Besides the initial bite, did being turned hurt really, really bad?
No. He said it was going to be the worst pain I ever felt in my entire life. But it felt like I was alive for the first time. Like I'd just been born.
Because you didn't die. The Dracula is the one and only living vampire. It's how she's the source of life for all the rest of them. Vampires drain life to power the source, which then fuels their unlife.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry it wasn't in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Her heart actually is beating. It's just beating very, very, very slowly. If you don't believe me, you can check for yourself. It will be the only chance that you are going to have before I stop it.
Well, Belle, what are we gonna do?
I don't know, Kristy.
Well, I'm not about to get smashed up by the illiterati superwomen here, so I'll take my leave. I just want to let the new Dracula know that she is the worst monster now. And I can find her. And I can kill her. Game on, girls.
Belle.
Steve?
If Simon didn't call us here,
Then who did?